Okay, so I've had a little break and I am back and a little bit heavier, but such is life. Okay, so before I go to work, I want to quickly talk about something. I want to talk about breadcrumbing. I want to talk about breadcrumbing, okay? Breadcrumbing early in the morning. Now, I'm going to talk about this in the perspective of a man is being dumped by his girlfriend or fiance, someone you've been courting, even wife, in many instances. So as a guy, you've been dumped by your, someone that you're seeing, girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever it is. And what many of you will have seen proceed to follow that is maybe you've decided that, you want to move on, or you tried to get her back, it didn't work. And so you decided ultimately after a while just to move on. Now, not all women do this, but it has been seen that maybe a month later, maybe 2 months later, or maybe like me, I've actually had instances where I thought, I've completely moved on, it's done. And then you get 6 months later, a text, and in some instances, these messages are not about them wanting you back. It's not about her wanting you back. In some instances it is, but in many instances as well, it's about keeping you there, or better yet, knowing she can still have you. The subconscious inference, our genes are very much predicated on the hunter-gatherer genes, let me even rephrase it. Our genes haven't really changed that much since the hunter-gatherer days. I might have a jumper, a microphone, a watch, and all this technology that we see around us, but our genetic material hasn't really changed. So sometimes the behaviors of the hunter-gatherer days still comes through. Why do I say this? Why? The reason I say this is because the behavior that's coming through here is and it's not evil, it's just that in past times, women needed a man to survive when the world was a much more physically demanding place. And, there were enemy tribes, animals who were dangerous. Women did need a man in those times, or it was much advised for women to have a man for provision and protection back then. And so it would be advantageous for a woman in those days and times to know that she had many different options, because options is abundance. And so fast forward to 2025, time's going quick, 2025, she is messaging you to see if you are still a viable option, i.e. an option predicated on hunter-gatherer days survival. She got this guy here, that guy there, that guy there, that guy there. And so if need be, she can go to that guy, she can go to that guy, she can go to that guy, and so on. So it's not evil at all. It's just, human psychology. But it's no good to you, is it? In many instances, because you might be wanting your ex back. So what often happens is you'll message her after she's reached out to you. She's reached out, and this has happened to me. She reaches out to you, you're happy, you think this is your chance to get her back. You maybe go back and forth for a couple messages, and then she just goes ghost again, because maybe, she knows essentially now that you are still there, you are still thinking about her. You do still want her after maybe 6 months. She's like, okay. That kind of diffuses any potential attraction that she may have had towards you as well, building up from the silence, her missing you. She reaches out, she throws you a breadcrumb, you take the breadcrumb. She's like, okay, I got him. Whenever I want, he'd sign up tomorrow. So what you need to do with breadcrumbs is essentially it's hard. The thing is with breadcrumbs is it's going to be hard to know, isn't it? Is she reaching out because she wants you back, or is she reaching out with a breadcrumb? The best way to go about it is, for me, you need to be detached from the outcome. I'm not saying you don't care about her and, you know, you're heartless. I'm just saying be detached from the outcome. If she wants to come back, great. If she doesn't, that's okay too. So, and then from there, you can either, you know, if you are open to the possibility of her coming back, match her energy, you know, match her energy. Don't chase. If she says hi, you say hi. If she says, how are you? I say, you can say good and you, and don't go over what she's investing. And then if she falls off the map, you know, she just stops replying, which can happen. Sometimes even when a woman's breadcrumbing you, sometimes even after one message, like she might just say hi, thinking of you, you send a message back and you don't hear back from her. I've seen that before, to me. Okay, so it does happen. But ultimately, match her energy. Maybe even a little less, write a little less than her. She falls off the map, you can send one message, you know, where, you know, essentially saying, oh, okay, I've noticed that you've been quiet or whatever. And she doesn't reply to that, keep it moving. Detachment from outcomes. But yes, that's what breadcrumbing is. Essentially, giving you enough to be interested, but not giving you the relationship back. That's what breadcrumbing is. And so I would say you can either ignore it if you're not interested. If you're open to it, then match your energy minus a little bit. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.